A brand new update just dropped in Call of Duty Mobile, so today we're going to be going over the top 5 best guns to use in the brand new Season 4 Call of Duty Mobile update. Before we get into our official top 5 list, we're going to be going over our 2 honorable mentions, and for our very first honorable mention, we do have the KM44. Now, there's something special about the KM44, and the main reason for that is the fact that this is one of the most OG weapons that COD Mobile has for us. It came out 5 to 6 years ago, and this is by far still one of the most consistent ARs that has a 3 to 4 tap potential and one of the cleanest BSA rates in the game. The damage drop-off is little to none, and the mobility of this weapon is pretty similar to most SMGs. The great thing about this weapon too is the fact that it works at long range, mid range, and a few short range matchups depending on which SMG you're going up against. Now, if you guys want my build, this is what I recommend. It is by far one of the most fun weapons I love to use right now, especially when I get bored of the current meta. Coming in as our second honorable mention, we do have the HVK. Now, I know to some of you guys this may be a surprising one, especially with the fact that this weapon has been at the top of the top in the previous seasons, but because of the new changes that are going to be occurring and because of how strong the SMG meta is this season, some things have changed. Now, the HVK is still by far one of the most strongest ARs to use in the game, especially due to the fact that it has a 2 to 3 tap potential to the head depending on what mag you use. Now, in order to make this gun worth it, I would definitely recommend using the large caliber ammo, but aside from that, the BSA is amazing. The mobility is good as well, not as fast as others, but the range of this weapon can be used even in close range no matter what gun you're going up against. The only downside I'd say about this weapon is the fact that the fire rate isn't as fast as most weapons in the game, which due to that fact could be a little bit damaging towards the gun. To start off our official top 5 list, we have the XM4 at number 5. Now, the XM4 is very similar with the Type 16 when it comes down to its damage, fire rate, accuracy, and range, but with the recent nerfs that the Type 16 is going to be getting towards its mobility, the XM4 is a far better choice to use in a game. Now, in my opinion, the XM4 is probably the closest thing we're going to be getting to a hybrid version of an SMG and AR mixed into one. The mobility of the XM4 is very similar to most SMGs, and the fire rate is close enough to being as an SMG as well. Now, the sick thing about this weapon is the fact that the mythic variant is very pay to win, so I recommend you guys to get it if you guys do have the ability to do so, but if not, you guys could throw on a red dot sight and you guys will be good to go. Coming in at number 4, we of course have the Odin. Now, the Odin is yet again another heavy hitting AR which has a 2 tap potential and has infinite range. Now, what I mean infinite range, I actually mean that this weapon has little to no damage drop off and can be used in both close range, mid range, and long range battles. The only downside of this weapon is the fact that I would say the mobility is very slow, so maneuvering around the map is going to be quite hard, but the overall accuracy, BSA, and damage makes up for those factors. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this weapon right here isn't really my cup of tea due to the fact that I have a very fast playstyle, but I did try to mimic a build that would work best for my style as an aggressive style, and this is the best thing I've come up with. Now, to those that don't play aggressive, don't worry, this build will still work just as good, especially when you guys are holding those long lanes and those headies. Coming in at number 3, we have the Type 63, in which I consider the older brother of the SKS. Now, the Type 63 and the SKS are once again another weapon that are quite similar with one another, but the main difference maker between both these weapons are the mobility and the fire rate. The mobility and fire rate for the Type 63 are a lot faster compared to the SKS, which makes this weapon a better option. Now, the great thing about the Type 63 is the fact that it has a little to no damage drop off when it comes to all ranges, and on top of all of that, it has a 1 tap potential no matter what the range is. Now, in my opinion, this weapon is quite broken and has not been banned in competitive just yet, but I am expecting it to be banned very soon. Coming in at number 2, we finally have an SMG, and it is of course the CX9. Now, I know what you guys may be thinking. Why the CX9? Well, the CX9 has a special mag which it only allows you to have 12 bullets, but it is quite overpowered. Yes, the bullets are low, which means this weapon right here is meant for those that are very accurate with their shots, but if you guys are managing to hit your shots, this weapon right here has the potential to 1 burst with just 3 bullets. Now, if you guys thought that wasn't crazy enough, wait till you guys hear about this. The CX9 with the right attachments has the ability to be faster than any single item in the game, including any knife. Yes, that is correct. This weapon right here is faster than any knife, no matter if it's the bat, the gloves, or the spear itself. This weapon right here has the potential to not only 1 burst in close range battles, but it also has the potential to 1 burst in mid range battles. And with that being said, we are finally going to be going over to our number 1 gun in Call of Duty Mobile. Now, for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the current #1 gun in all of Call of Duty Mobile is of course the USS-9. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking, why the is the USS-9 still #1 after the nerfs it received in this update? Well, the simple answer to that is the fact that the nerfs it received were completely useless. The USS-9 has a 2-tap ability, crazy fire rate, crazy damage, and of course crazy range. And due to those factors, the only thing they nerf about this weapon is the mobility and the BSA, which has nothing to do with the overall gun damage. Due to those factors, the USS-9 is still going to be probably one of the most overused weapons in the game, and we're probably going to have to stick with this weapon for another month or so. Now, don't worry, I have high expectations that this weapon will not be meta next season, but the only sucky part is the fact that we're going to have to use this over and over again until it gets nerfed. And with that being said, that is my top 5 guns list for this brand new season. Let me know down in the comments if you guys agree or disagree, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.